Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Raven and welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Conqueror full guide. Now the Conqueror is actually pretty goddamn fun now. You got a lot of moves you can do to beat people around. You also have a lot of defensive stuff you can do. He has a lot more aggression now than what he used to, essentially. So I'm going to be going through, I'm going to be showing you guys all of his moves. I'm going to show you guys how he plays currently. And then yeah, it's up to you guys to go ahead and practice him and rep him up and get really good at him. But hopefully this video will give you guys a good understanding of how everything works when it comes to the Conqueror. Now, a few things to keep in mind. First of all, I'm playing on PC, but I'll be using an Xbox controller. So if I say, you know, X or any A or anything like that, basically it's converted to whatever you're playing on. Secondly, I'll be versing level 0 and level 1 bots just because it's easier for me to talk to you guys and let you know what's going on instead of having to really focus, because level 3 bots are pretty goddamn crazy lately. So with all of that said, let's jump straight into it, shall we? Alrighty guys, so here we are. So we're going to go over the Conqueror's moveset currently. It's not actually that big. There's not much that's really changed. He's had Flail Uppercut, which has been basically given to him in this patch. And he has a couple of things over here that has changed as well, because now he can get charged heavy attacks, which become unblockable. The way the charging used to work was there was 3 levels of it. Now there is only the 2 levels. So you have a normal heavy attack, and then you have a unblockable heavy attack after you charge for about a second. Now the other things that are pretty much new over here is the fact that now you can cancel your heavy attacks with a shield uppercut, which is basically, it's essentially just a shield bash. And you can also cancel the start of your heavy attacks with your full block stance, which I'll be showing you a neat little trick with that later on. It's really good for baiting out people's attacks, and then once they hit your shield, you basically hit them with Flail Uppercut. But I'll be showing that to you later on. So he still has his superior blocks when he dodges to the sides. He doesn't have that superior block now where someone throws a heavy, you block it, and you instantly get whatever the fuck you want to do to them. That doesn't happen anymore. That's been taken away. So now he basically just has like the normal superior block properties whenever he's dodging from side to side. So first of all, show you guys his charged heavy attack. So you have his normal heavy attack where he goes like this, bang. Right, now before you used to be able to sit there and charge it for ages and you get different levels of it. That's no longer a thing, like I said. Now, if I let go of this, it's going to be an unblockable, okay? If I just throw a normal heavy attack out, it's going to be a heavy. If I charge but don't charge it for long enough, it's just going to be a regular heavy. So you got to keep in mind that you need to wait for it. Boom, you'll glow, and now it's an unblockable. And it's pretty much the same sort of thing from any side you want to go to. So basically, all you do is hold it for a second. As soon as you glow, it's going to be unblockable. Otherwise, it's just a regular. Next up is his normal conscript's attrition. Essentially, all you need to do is you can go light, heavy. It's an infinite chain, so you can just keep doing light attacks, heavy attacks, light attack, heavy attack. Or you can just go for all lights if you want. Light, like that. Just keep spamming those lights, keep changing up directions, whichever way you want to go. You can throw heavies in there whenever you want. But keep in mind, you will run out of stamina if you do it forever. But for the most part, realistically, everyone's pretty goddamn good at the game by now, so you're not going to be able to do too many of these without getting parried, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, next up is his full block stance. So when you're on the full block stance, as you can see, your stamina will start to drain. So you can't stay in this thing forever, and you also got to keep in mind that if they guard break you, then you're going to get guard broken, okay? So if you go into this, you can't just sit there and wait for them to hit you, because they're just going to run up and guard break you. Now, if you want to just get out of this thing straight away, just let go of the stick, okay? So to do a full block stance, you just need to pull down on the right stick. If you're using Xbox controller, remember, convert it to whatever you're using. And if you want to let go of it, just let go and you'll go out of full block stance. Now, you can also, from full block stance, go straight into a zone. Okay, so you just hit your heavy attack and light attack at the same time, and you go into a zone. Boom. Okay, now this is a perfect way of getting out of this because you can bait people, okay? So what you do is you go into your full block stance, they run up to guard break you, bam, straight slap them in the face with that, okay? And I'm pretty sure I've seen this from versing other Conquerors. When they do that, it's unblockable. At least I've seen the unblockable icon, so they can't really stop it. So it's a good way to bait them. You go boom, they run into guard break you, slap them in the face a couple of times. Now keep in mind as well, you don't have to do both of those attacks. So if you go full block stance and then you go for your zone, okay, if you press B after the first one, you will cancel it and then you go back into your normal stance mode. So once again, you go full block stance, okay, they run up to guard break you, you zone, press B after the first slap, and you're good to go. Now, another thing to keep in mind as well is once you're in full block stance, those are pretty much the only 2 ways of getting out of it, okay? So by just letting go of the stick or by hitting that zone attack, that's the only way to get out of it. If you go full block stance and they run up to you and you try and hit a light attack or a heavy attack, I'm doing it right now, nothing's going to happen, okay, unless you hit that zone. So from memory, I'm pretty sure back before when you were in full block stance, you would go for a light attack to get out of it, but that's changed. So remember, those are the only 2 ways to get out of this thing. Now, some more unique things with his full block stance is the fact that when you go for a heavy attack, so a normal heavy attack looks like that, When you do it, you can basically cancel that heavy attack at the startup with a full block stance. And this thing is fucking amazing for catching people. So this is what it looks like. You go for that heavy and then full block stance and you'll go straight into it. Now this thing is really good for baiting people because you throw out that heavy, they think you're going to go for it. They're going to throw out an attack most likely to stop you, maybe a light or something. And then because you're going to go straight into your full block stance, boom, they're going to hit your shield, and then once they hit your shield, you follow it up with just a normal heavy attack, and you'll do a flail uppercut. It's unblockable, and it does 30 damage. It's actually pretty goddamn amazing. I'll be showing that on a bot later on, what it looks like. And essentially what you do is just go for that heavy, pull down the right stick, and boom, full block stance to bait people. But keep in mind, if they're close enough and they go for a heavy, they feint it, then you'll need to go for that zone attack to get them off you, otherwise they're just going to guard break you. Now another thing to keep in mind is after you land a heavy attack or a light attack, you can basically use the recovery time. So you throw the heavy and you have this recovery time where you're like, you know, going back to position. Same with the light attack and you're going back to position. What you can do is you can throw that heavy attack out. After it lands, you can go full block stance to basically pull yourself back in, and you can hold it for as long as you want. So boom, full block stance, and you use the recovery time to enter full block stance, which is pretty cool. Now, like I said, that works both on the heavy attack, full block stance to recover into it, or you can do it from the light attack, full block stance, bam. So this is a good way of, once again, baiting people into hitting your full block stance, so that way you can follow up with a flail uppercut. Because what you do, you hit them with a light attack, they usually go to counter attack, you do this, they'll hit your shield, and then you flail uppercut and smack him in the face. Or if you're in this position, you go for that zone and you hit them. There's lots of ways to get free damage down on them, and it requires a lot of mind games because you got to try and bait them into hitting your full block stance. Because if you, like I said, if you just do this normally, you're never going to really, they're not going to hit you. They're just going to run up and guard break you or try and do something like that. So that is pretty much the full block stance. Next one we're going to be looking at is the charging shield crush, and there is a 50-50 with this, okay? So once again, you can use mind games to fuck with people. So what this looks like is when you're running at someone, all you do is just hit guard break and you'll slam him in the face like that. Now here is where the 50-50 guessing game comes in. If I run at them, I hit guard break, I'll just slam into them as long as I have my left stick forward when it comes to the forward momentum. If I'm running at them, I'll let go and I hit guard break, I'll do a guard break, okay? So I'm not going to do the shield bash. So that's a way of putting a guessing game into it, okay? Because if you're running at them, they have two options. They can either try and stand their ground, okay, and get ready for that counter guard break, in which case you're going to slam them onto their ass. Or they can anticipate that you're going to go for, you know, that shield bash, and they're going to try and dodge. You let go, boom, you're going to catch them with a guard break. So either way, you're going to hit them with something, and that's all up to them, really. You know what you're going to do when you're going to do it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go for the shield bash. Bam. They have no idea. They're like, oh shit, should I dodge? Should I not? And then they just have to take a guess, and that's what a 50-50 is. Because you could just go boom and then slap, okay? You could do whatever you want, and it's up to them to decide based on what they think you're gonna do. So that right there is the charging shield crush. Next one is your shield bash. Now this one is a little bit quicker than your normal shield bashes, okay? So if you look at this, if I go for a heavy attack and I use guard break, I'll go for that shield bash. Now as you can see, it's very fucking slow. So heavy attack, shield bash, it's very slow. But if I do this, dodge, shield bash, that is a lot quicker. You can see the difference there. And you can do that off the light, by the way, with the shield bash. So if I go light attack, guard break, I'll do that shield bash. It's still slow. But if you dodge to either side, shield bash, boom. Okay, and all you do is hit guard break, bam. And you fucking do this nice quick thing, and you can follow up with a light attack. Okay, so keep that in mind. You can do it forward, bam, light attack. So you can go left and do it, and make sure if you hit them, you follow up with a light attack. If you go to the other side, light attack. Now keep in mind, you can't get a heavy off that. Okay, it's too slow, and they will recover most of the time. You might catch the odd person with it if they're not that good at the game. You might, you know, hit them with this and be able to get that off of it, and then once again, you can just chain into it. It's totally up to you. So remember to keep that in mind. If you hit him with a heavy attack and you go for that guard break, you'll do the shield bash. It's a lot slower than if you do just a normal dodge and then into that guard break for the shield bash, okay? Boom. And always remember, when you hit one of these, to follow it up with a free light attack. And the next one is a shield bash mix-up, which is the one I just showed you. So after a heavy attack, you can go for a guard break and you'll do a shield bash. After a light attack, guard break, and you go for that shield bash. Now, one thing to keep in mind, you can do that after every single one. So if I go Heavy attack, shield bash. I hit that free light attack. I can then shield bash again. Free light attack, shield bash again. Now, people, yes, can dodge out of this, so keep that in mind. But you can start mixing these up. If you hit a light attack, shield bash, okay, and then you basically just dodge into a shield bash, and then light attack, shield bash, and you can just keep going like that. Really fuck with people. That's the one thing you can do with the Conqueror, especially now. You can bully people and you can fuck with people and you can just push them around like it's no one's business. And it's really, really fun. Now, one last thing that's pretty important, of course, is the fact that now you can cancel any of your heavy attacks into that shield bash. Now, it's the same principle as going into the full block stance. So remember, if you go heavy attack and then at the start up, you go full block stance, it's the same thing, okay? So if you go for that heavy attack and at the start of it, you hit your guard break, you'll slam into him once again. Now keep in mind, after you do that, you can only get a free light attack. Okay, if you go for that heavy attack, most of the time you're not going to get it. But this once again is another way to mess with people. You have 3 ways to confuse them. If you go for a heavy attack, okay, you can either let the heavy attack slide, hit him in the face. You can let the heavy attack rip, go for the full block stance. You can let the heavy attack rip and go for that shield bash. That's just off the heavy attack, okay? So there are all those ways to mess with people, and then once again, once you land an attack, you can just start fucking with them by following it up with a whole bunch of different stuff. You can go like this, bam, flail uppercut, all sorts of shit. So one last thing to note, okay? When you get your unblockable, okay, so you're charging up that heavy, you throw it out, you don't have to throw it out, okay? What you can do is you can charge it up, just hit B, boom, and you're out. You're good. You're good to go, okay? And this is a really good way because what you can do is you can charge it up, you can hit B, and if you hold the heavy down, you'll keep charging it. See? You can just keep going, okay? Now, this is a good way to fuck with people because then once again, you can throw out that heavy attack, you can charge it up, cancel it, charge it up for a second, bam, throw out that unblockable heavy attack. There's ways to fuck with people once again. Alright guys, so we're here against a level 1 bot, so I'm going to basically show you guys what the flail uppercut looks like. So what we do is, full block stance, he hits, heavy attack, and you'll flail uppercut him like that, okay? Alright, that's all, yeah, boom, smack. So this is what that looks like once again. Heavy attack, full block stance, and then slap him in the face. Oh, just like that, and you can time it perfectly like that, okay? If you get one like that, there's nothing they can do to stop that. And slap. Good to go. And it's pretty good for like stuff like that when it comes to fainting, because some people, like berserkers especially, they will throw out like, you know, a heavy attack, they'll then feint it, and then, you know, they'll go into whatever combo they want to go from there, and it pretty much, you can stop that instantly by using your hit recovery to fuck them up, because you can light attack, go straight into that full block stance. Most of the time the berserker or someone will follow up an attack, and then you can just slap him in the face. The Conqueror is fucking solid. Like, I can tell you this right now, he is goddamn solid. The amount of like shit you can do with him type thing is pretty goddamn fun. Boom. Now, do keep in mind, he is a little bit slow when you first start playing him, okay? So, he's not going to be, like, the fastest thing in the world. But once you get used to him, it's sort of like, it's fine. So, a nice little combo you can do, guys, is you light attack, you go for that shield bash, you then heavy, fake it into a shield bash, and you can basically just keep doing that, okay? Boom. Now, you got to keep in mind that you will run out of stamina. He is very stamina, like, hungry when it comes to his moves. But that one, once again, you throw out a light attack, you then go for a shield bash, and if they dodge it, that's all good because you can follow it up with a heavy, cancel that into that, you know, shield bash once again by hitting your guard break. It's just a neat little move to help yourself recover. And, of course, you can then go for your light attacks into your full block stance, slap him in the face with that. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the Conqueror. It's all about just having fun, beating people up and pushing them around. He's just really good at just bullying people, and of course, once you start getting really good at the mind games, then you can start fucking people up really good. Now, it's hard to do stuff against the bots because, you know, the bots are, they're very predictable in what they do. Other people will give you more of a run on what they're gonna do, but apart from that, it's pretty fun to play. It's way better than the old Conqueror for sure, which is, he was okay, but he just didn't really have any many offensive options. But now, there is a ton of shit you can do. But that is the end of the video. I really do hope it helped you guys out, getting an understanding of how the Conqueror works, getting an understanding of his playstyle, and basically just now you know exactly what his moves do. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the Conqueror rework? Do you like his playstyle now, or do you like the old one better? I still want to hear from you guys on that as well. So make sure you leave those comments down below. And please feel free to check out my Discord. There'll be a link down below in the description box. I have a whole bunch of people on there. We talk about For Honor, we talk about other games. There's a whole bunch of memes on there. It's just a fun place to get together, find people to play with, and just talk to people. So feel free to check that out. And if you liked the video and you like what I'm doing enjoying here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check me out on Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box. The link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to support the channel further, I truly appreciate it. And please share this video around. It does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.